We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Chargers. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. First carry for Nick Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Jackson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry now for Joshua Kelly, the former Bruin. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. First carry for Laron8992's, the 3rd. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They'll run with Roundtree. And he's got some space here. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Cost them.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Always so many storylines when you're playing January football. And, Charles, you talk about this offense, their head coach, it's his first time in charge in the playoffs. And I think you and I were both kind of surprised by his demeanor and specifically his comments and his confidence at the press conference where he really all but guaranteed a victory.
Yeah, I was a little bit taken aback because you don't normally see that. And on one hand, it's like, all right, cool. He feels great about his team. But on the other hand, I don't think it's in his best interest to do that. How many playoff games has he won again, Brandon?
None.
So there's your answer right there. I guess what he was trying to do was fire up his team, but he has to make sure he doesn't fire up the other guys because there have been a lot of coaches who made guarantees that are no longer coaching in this league.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Throwing, Mayfield. Flushed out right. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They toss it left side to Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the gun, Mayfield. Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. Give him 32 on the play. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. And he had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. His defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. Quite a decision there on 4th down. They didn't just want the first. They wanted 6 points, and following the interception, they're going to come away with neither.
And that's too bad, partner, because they really went for it on that one, right? Because I think in their mind, sometimes the illogical play is a logical play. But in this case, they were wrong.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They'll check this down to Roundtree. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Herbert. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Jalen Guyton, 75 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The The Browns drive about to get started. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was...
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Being chased out left. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Browns drive about to get started. 1 second, all that remains. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. So we're in halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line. Back to throw here, Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football. He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Escaping the pressure right.
And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run again with Jackson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Flushed out right. Room to run past midfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Herbert off of play action. Out to his left.
This is swung out to Eckler.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Herbert's throw taken in by Cook.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. They run on first down with Jackson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Herbert. Steps away. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
He's got McKinney complete to his tight end. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And this one is right through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Eckler again.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Kyler Fackrell in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you use the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Mayfield this time gets it off to Chubb. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 34.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. The Charger drive about to get going.
And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
2nd down and 7.
Once more, here's Eckler. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he's going to be taken down here at about the 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On is the Chargers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Mayfield to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Taken from about the 12.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now we'll get whistles and they signal for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. One last shot for Mayfield here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that will be incomplete.
As time has run out on this football game. The Chargers, they're going to continue on in these playoffs as we see.